see what WGS has prepared. Of course, it is just the pistol round starting off, so nothing too crazy from either side, but Vision Strikers being pretty aggressive in through Garage and C.
Yeah, they're trying to upset the pace a little bit here. Drop down from the Astra. Here comes right ready from behind, but King is watching the angle. Jin Bungi does manage to find one, but they push the corner, and they just mow them down. Stack's going to be offering up some healing here to his squad members. As Han snaps back over, doesn't want to push in from long, comes over to join in with XPP. As the Hawk gets the blind. See how they try to reapproach this, but 2v4, 2v3. Hawk around the corner. It's a little bit of a blind here. Han, however, pressing forward into the smoke, gets cut down by Stax with a headshot. You know he's going to be lurking in the smoke, but wasn't quite ready for King to be holding out at C long. So the pistol round, yet again, goes the way of Vision Strikers.
Yeah, and even though it's just a pistol round, picking up that tempo a little bit for Vision Strikers, you love to see that when they're going up against a team like WGS and how they've been playing so far in the matchup. This might be the change-up they need, because WGS, they're working on setups to deny entry, to deny vision. But if the whole team of Vision Strikers is already past that point, you don't really have much to do in reactionary terms for WGS. So we'll see if Vision Strikers is able to keep that up. I mean, this is a team that adapts round to round, right? They're trying to read their opponents every single time.
Well, solid start here for Stax and King to try to get those ults online. 2 kills apiece. There's the boom bot. We'll look to clear out here at short. Han's continuing to press aggressively. Just trying to get those right clicks in. That's going to be the blind coming through. They push the corner. Jin Bungi will fall, clipped by the paranoia as well. Wrap around now as they see Han still continuing to lurk in short. RB moving up behind him and arrives right as he dies. This is going to be plant coming down as XPP makes his way up through the smoke. The nade, however, going to be offering up quite a bit of damage here onto the sky, and as he makes his way through, will just crumble.
Vision Strikers set up very comfortably here on the site with all 5 members. Just 2 on the side of WGS. I mean, WGS wants to make something happen, right? Even if they're losing, they want to maybe trade at least one. They definitely want to go down with it. They won't, there's no point in saving here. And they are actually just going to get taken out as they try to funnel through those smokes. Flawless for Vision Strikers. A much more comfortable start than anything we've seen so far in this match.
Yeah, very true. Well, granted, they did start up 2-0 on split.
Oh, you're right, they did.
And then it got turned around in the rifle round. So let's see what happens.
All right, WGS, this is where they've been making this happen. Now, Han has continued to play quite aggressive. Earlier in the second round, didn't even have the gate crash set up as a kind of backup plan, was just pushing up. Obviously, again, it was a bonus round for Vision Strikers, so not too much harm done. There we go, there's the gate crash for that blink backwards. Oh, all of WGS pushing up very far.
Yeah, 2 members in mid, 2 at C long. Everybody at A, otherwise just going to be chilling back. Just a single person at A, I should say. Han, however, going to get spotted, so they know that they are playing forward. So the Hawks do start flying. Droning up A long.
WGS needs to know already that they're all in on A. No one was spotted on C, no one was spotted mid.
Are they going to be ready for this, though? Han has snapped back, got himself into the dark cover, goes to press out, finds RB. Takes a couple shots, spots King. Jin Bungi will find that kill. And now Vision Striker starts answering back in kind, finding 2, making this a 3v3 as the spike starts to get planted. 1 in the back. Cheating around from heaven, down below to this B link. Well, Hashira gets a really great tap there onto Zest with that Vandal. Hawk in from behind, Stax not getting blinded. Feeling cheeky, presses up, misses the headshot. The dark cover comes through. He'll take a little bit of damage. Now goes to hold back over towards short. Shots coming in. Stax will trade out for 1. And now it's Glow in a 1v2. Looking to hold the site. Shots flying. He falls low. The jump up over the top. And it seems like Split is repeating itself. WGS win the rifle round.
Yeah, really well done. You know, a little late than I would have wanted to see on the rotation over to A, but they still work with what they've got. I mean, they're getting the information they need to push forward against Vision Strikers, although they're on defense.
I think maybe the first time that I've ever done this. I'm gonna have to criticize Stax for that decision to push out into the link. If he had just held, the cubby on the right side of the door, they might not have anticipated him holding that angle. He can hold everybody coming in from that side, and then that enables for Glow to watch short, and then that just stops all access to the site. They don't do that. He decides to get greedy. He pushes, gets punished for it, and they end up losing the round. So a very costly mistake.
Well, WGS, once again, we have to repeat it. They're definitely testing Vision Strikers, whether it's in terms of strategy and kind of set plays, or whether it's just in terms of pacing, right? They were hyper-aggressive in that round in round 3. Now they're reeling it back just a bit, as we know that Vision Striker is coming back with their rifles.
And now they have something to lose. Ashida with his judge just going to be sitting here over on the side of C long, just hoping that somebody's going to come cheating forward, but we know with the top down, and nobody from Vision Strikers is on that side of the map. That being said, there is a 3-man stack right now for WGS, as the Seekers will get called out. Trailblazer going to be used, pushing forward spots. XPP right here on the corner. Hawk coming through. They get the tap on him. And RB will find the kill. Now iReady eliminated. RB finds the second. That's the site broken open. I mean, the nades come flying just in case, but nobody is even close. We'll see if Jinbungi and Hashira can do anything to try to get some of these rifles out of their hands. Otherwise, Vision Striker is going to be looking to move up 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely well executed by Vision Strikers. When they have a play in mind, it's so clean. Now King waiting in the dark cover. One.
Here's a push. He can't quite get the second. Doesn't have the spray transfer, but Glow is there, so they lose out on one gun. The Vision Strikers wrest control out of the hands of WGS.
Yeah, and again, WGS, nothing too much to worry about again, right? On Haven, you're on defense, but the economy is where you want to start paying attention, though. Even if you're losing, you want to be able to stay in the game. And WGS, what we've noticed so far is even when they win, their economy takes quite a bit of a hit. So they need to kind of figure out, how do you want to set this up on a 3-spike site map where you can play that kind of aggressive mode? What I've noticed is Han hasn't quite figured out where he wants to push out and get that information. This time it's going to be Garage.
He's rotating all over the place. Spamming through, just pushing straight up through that cyber cage. I'm going to be called back. Drone moving forward out of short. And it's, I mean, remember, stacked up here at C. We'll snap back over, though. Good preparation here. Gate crash from Han to try to give a little bit of reinforcements over to iReady. The satchel charge will chunk him out. Throws yet another one around the corner, and iReady is down to 25 health now. Heal will come out, however. XPP puts him back up to 100.
WGS trying to make their way through A long as well.
Ooh. Glow on the lurk. Is ready for it. Blows them both down. The blind spray through the smoke, I think, actually just destroyed the guiding light. Push in, though. RB not getting fully blinded, is ready to react. Gets the kill, follows up for another, and it's just Han left up in heaven. And they know exactly where he's at. He does drop down. Can't get anything done. Flawless round for Vision Strikers. 4-1. And this has got to start becoming a bit worrisome for WGS. Because while Vision Strikers does have a slightly higher win percentage on attack, it's only by 4%.
Yeah.
They're still incredibly strong on defense.
Yes, still 60% on defense, which is absolutely something to be notable of, right, on Haven. So WGS, they got to start doing a bit of damage here, and specifically on the scoreboard, not just in terms of, a little economy here and there, but Vision Strikers is already at a point where they're starting to run away with the money, or with the creds here. WGS going with a bit more aggression once again.
Okay, crash lob back over towards A. Han finally sees the camera. Goes out the blind, but everybody's now starting to rotate into Garage and see long. Do see XPP hugging in the corner. Moves up into the smoke as RB goes for the entry, throws it into, oh man, finds Jinbungi instantly. And XPP is not even getting an opportunity to play the game.
Wow, what a complete shutdown on what little setup WGS had on the C site. Vision Strikers. I mean, the fact that they just know where everyone is going, what everyone's doing, trying to get as much information as possible, and he's not going to like what he's seeing.
Okay, well, hotch it up, managing to find 2. Stax finishing him off now. iReady is gone. And Han is the last one alive here at Garage. Spotted. I mean, he knows exactly where Zest is, but there's not really a damn thing he can do about it. Stax will take his head off. And this is what my concern was. Kind of, even coming into today, which was, okay, even if WGS take Ascent, they have to get through Split and Haven, and this is a very rough start to Haven.
Man, you can't help but think that if they could have only closed it out on Split, because they could have. Like, they had the potential to.
So close.
It was so doable.
I mean, obviously, we're only halfway through the first half here.
That's fair,
it's
but
midpoint.
But I think what we've noticed is it's about how they're playing, right? It's not just the numbers that we've been concerned about. Even when Vision Strikers has been winning rounds on the former 2 maps, it felt a little different. But this time, Vision Strikers has all the control. They're setting the pace. They're actually almost drawing WGS in, while WGS are the defenders.
Yep.
Look at this.
King has to set up. Oh no. Okay. We'll be able to exit safely. Now they're just spraying through the wall to try to get the finish here on the XPP. Already taking him down quite low. And yep, gets him there on the finish. iReady does manage to get a headshot onto Stax. But otherwise, it is Ashida with an Ares and a Dream, which it seems like it's about to turn into a nightmare. They know exactly where he's at. He hears one, and Glow outduels him with a classic.
Okay, Vision Strikers is and look at Stax. He started to smile a little bit.
And when Stax is smiling, that is your sign to be concerned.
That they are running away with the wins they're getting on Haven, and it's very clear that Haven was just not as well prepared by WGS. They're changing things up every round, but without rhyme or reason, right? It's not like they're trying to react to what Vision Strikers has been doing. It's just, okay, maybe we go aggressive mid this time, right? And it almost feels like you're in a pug lobby and you're just kind of trying, throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks, but nothing's been sticking so far for WGS.
Or, it also, kind of just feels like they put all of their time into just prepping for Split and Ascent.
Yeah.
Saying, like, we got to beat them there.
Yeah.
So let's just grind these 2 maps. Because, I mean, it's really easy to predict exactly what the draft is going to look like when it comes down to the maps playing against Vision Strikers. So, RB, hello.
Misses an opportunity a little bit.
I somehow didn't notice, but doesn't get punished for it, so I guess it's fine. Han, however, does get rid of Glow over here at C-Long.
Oh, man. Stax and XP just kind of ignoring each other as they rotate back around.
King gets the kill. So, pushing forward. Cam goes up. Takes a quick peek, and Boogie is right there. Clear out the Trailblazer. The Showstopper not going to be going King's way, but it might not matter. Hashira finding a headshot onto RB. King falling. XPP gets rid of his S, but here comes Stax. All on his lonesome, gets the blind in, but it's got 30 health remaining. They're in onto the spike, needs to stop it. They pull off of it,
oh
and Stax,
my God!
he clutches it, gets 4, what a play!
Oh my gosh, Stax making it happen. You said it, when Stax is smiling, you gotta be concerned. I mean, WGS had everything in their favor. Look at the whole team of Vision Strikers laughing. Stax is getting that morale back up. I mean, they talked about that in stage 1, how he's kind of the guy that keeps them going, keeps them chill, gets them hyped up when they need to. And with that clutch, I mean, the momentum is entirely in Vision Strikers' hands. Oh, this feels so bad for WGS.
It seemed like that was the round to stop the bleeding, to finally, put that second win on the board, but now it's just starting to feel like Vision Strikers may just end up taking this, 10-2, 11-1,
And this is always that moment as commentators, you just kind of feel really down because everything pointed to this being so intense going into map 3, and WGS is just falling apart as they have to face Vision Strikers on Haven at 7-1, and Vision Strikers does not show any signs of stopping. I mean, the economy, even if they lose a round, they're so comfortable.
Gets the blind. Boogie! He doesn't check the corner! Oh no.
You had information. What little information you could get with the agents you have.
Unreal. Han does manage to find one. iReady following up for a second. RB jumping in. Seeker absorbing a few of those shots, I think, otherwise RB may have died, but still does manage to stay alive. Barely clears out the Seeker, pushes the corner, Zest gets the final blow. Hasha, however, managed to find one, and they finally do it.
Oh, goodness. Oh, man. I think if they lost that, especially after Jinboo Yi taking, that brutal mistake out by Garage, that would have almost spelled the end, at least for the half for sure. But they are able to stop it a little bit.
I mean, it's 3 more rounds in the half. If they can make this 5-7,
it's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
It's really not bad at all. And no matter how devastating the early rounds felt, if they can get to that point, I mean, I think they can definitely regroup. And right now, they're scraping, though, right? They're kind of alling in every round, whatever they can get. They're going by with the Bulldogs again. And again, they worked with the Bulldogs last round. They made things happen. But we'll see. Vision Strikers knows that WGS continues to play a little aggressive. Might have a bit of a duel here. Oh. Out into C.
Yeah, Glow predicting that the Hawk was going to be coming through. Right on its way. Just gets that early turn to make sure that he doesn't get blinded. Does manage to turn and get the kill. Hunter's Fury now going to be coming out. Zest spotting once. Can't quite line up the second shot. RB around the back. Caught off guard. And Han with a great little lock on. There to King. Eliminates him. Zest coming around the corner now, going to be gone. And WGS, the wheels are turning. The spike is down, and it's Glow all on his lonesome in a 1v4.
Yeah, he's not in a great position. Of course, they know where the spike is. Garage kind of on lockdown by Hashira. Everyone else wondering. They know that Glow likes to lurk.
And there it is. Ready with the Bulldog. Gets the kill. So 3 now for WGS. Is this the momentum swing? Can they just run out these next 2 rounds?
Yeah, I mean, this is suddenly just 180 from WGS. So they've turned things around entirely. I already, of course, picked out that Vandal at the end of the previous round as well, so able to save up a bit more towards the future. So Han, the only one kind of heavily investing to get his whole setup going once again in round 11. But as we mentioned, 5-7 when you're on defense on Haven, not a bad place to be. I mean, obviously it's not anything to write home about, but you can easily go into that second round very confidently.
Speaking of confidence, Han with this lurk,
oh!
Glow completely caught off guard. Now he'll snap back over towards the A site. Jinboo Yi finds RB. This time he's holding down the garage doors. They're pushing in stacks, trying to trade him out. Doesn't take any damage, puts quite a bit in onto the Omen, but Jinboo Yi gets to walk away and fight another day. The blind comes through from Han. Zest goes down, and WGS are starting to play the map.
What is going on? I mean, the first part of this half, King does pick up 1 kill, try to equalize things a little bit, but it's still a 2v4 neural theft being used just to get all the information they can.
2v4, now 2v3 as Stacks is still alive. He's got 30 HP again. Can he clutch it?
Gosh.
He got 4 last time on 30 health.
I mean, Stacks is where you're putting all your eggs in for this map for sure if you're Vision Strikers. Now, they had all the information. C is... Oh my gosh.
They might actually be able to do it. The C site's completely unoccupied. They're over here on A. WGS, they're going to have to start responding to this.
Even still checking long in case they wrapped all the way around. Vision Strikers not taking any chances. I mean, all the intel they had told them C was clear, but they don't want to risk anything, and now they're just waiting.
I mean, they're 2 full HP members.
Oh boy.
Both members of Vision Strikers have taken damage. 89 here for King, 30 remaining for Stacks. The Cam, it'll get a bit of an early spot, but not super early. The dart goes in. Cam gets cleared.
Time.
They're playing around with this one. King, the first one to fall. Now it all comes down to Stacks. Can he do it? That's going to be 1. Can he actually make it happen? Again, the rocket comes out. There is the kill, but does he have the time? Sounds
Should
like
be
yes,
good.
he does.
Yep.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Okay, well, that one seemed a little risky off the back of King and Stacks trying to just pull the rest of their team forwards just a bit more in this first half. But WGS not going to let that happen. Now they're up to 4-7. So already looking much better than how this map started out.
Could be 8-4, could be 7-5. Either way, WGS running it back. This has been 3 consecutive rounds now in a, so we'll see if they can get this last one in the half. They're going to be all in on it. And Hasha, as you point out, does have an operator.
Yeah, just wanting to make sure that they can close this out with just one more win Looking down A, there's the Cyber Cage.
Takes a shot, doesn't manage to get the hit. It seems like Vision Strikers are still going to fairly aggressively push up onto the site. It's already calling the rotation of XPP around. Hashira tries to get up into heaven.
Here come the Seekers.
Showstopper is out, lets it go. That's going to be the Astra gone. RB draws back down with the Vandal, manages to find a second kill, and Jinpungi will finally get the punish onto him. On arriving, throwing out these blind sides. Stave off the members of Vision Strikers. Spike now getting planted, 3v4. The attempted retake. With limited utility remaining here. On blinded, Paranoia crashing through Link. Jinpungi looks to TP down into his smoke.
Oh.
Zest does get the kill, but Hashira and Han on the entry manage to find two. They even it up. Playing around the corner, Glow ready for one. The other out in long. Blind not quite going to connect, but Glow's got the shot, and it's 8-4 in the half.
All right, so Vision Strikers still getting a bit of an edge here in that first half, but WGS, I mean, even on that retake, they had the right ideas, right? Their aim was a little bit off. The timing, I would say, in that 2v2 was a little bit off, but they still had the right idea. So I think they should still be confident enough to try to go in. It is going to be an uphill battle at 4 to 8, but again, it's not anything where you're devastated and demolished in that first half and you're not sure where to start. I mean, you can set the tempo here as you go in with the pistol round in this second half, and they have a composition that is very capable of doing so here on Haven.
This pistol round is so utterly important now for WGS. Basically allows them to, get within 2.
Yeah.
And then from there, I mean, they have been doing well overall in these rifle rounds.
Yeah, you can tell Vision Strikers not letting up any tension. They had a couple rounds where they could, kind of shake off a little bit of that maybe nerves coming through, which they don't really experience too often against a lot of these teams, but they're still zoned in. And honestly, I think Stacks showing up with his, usual self today really mattered, because if he wasn't able to clutch some of those rounds, this spelled a lot of trouble for Vision Strikers.
Yeah, and Stacks was somebody who was widely, kind of absent from the kill feed for the most part. I feel like in map 1 especially. A couple moments here and there, but wasn't putting on a performance like we are seeing right now from him, like we saw on Split. So it seems like he has he's certainly woken up, but now pistols on board. Hashira going to be opting in for the Frenzy. Goes for Han, everybody else on Classics and half armor for the side of WGS. Only Glow with armor here for Vision Strikers as the boom bot does barely get cleared out in time. RB, however, finds the first kill as XPP will get dropped. Glow follows up for another. It's a decent amount of damage pushed out onto the members of Vision Strikers. So certainly not unwinnable.
Yeah, but you'd love to find one pick here. Hashira.
Spamming through the wall. Now making his way over towards B, and Han has already inched well up into A. RB spots Hashira.
See if Han can draw a bit of attention here, or maybe even catch Stacks.
Gets a kill, yeah. There's no such thing as catching Stacks.
Yeah, and King and Stacks are really stepping up this game, and King is another player that you often talk about where you don't see him too often on the kill feed, but that's because of who he's playing, right? He's playing that Sentinel holding down a site, but when he needs to get those kills, he is locked on for those headshots.
Oh, Trailblazer came around from the side. Gets that stun. At least did get the plant down, but Vision Strikers will take the pistol round yet again, now 9-4.
Okay, so a bit iffy, right? Because you're assuming that this is going to go to 10-4. You did get the plant, as you mentioned, Achilleos, but WGS, they gotta, I think right now you just have to focus on what are you going to do when the rifle round comes around. You have to be prepared to just yoink that momentum out of Vision Strikers' hands and dominate how this map is going to be played. Show us what you've done in maps 1 and 2 and tell us how this composition plays when it's 3 sites, when you have so many of these angles.
Well, so far nobody has been able to win out the first 3 rounds between these two teams. Everybody has lost that 3rd round when they're playing SMGs into rifles. So, but I mean, look at what we have right now from WGS. They're going in with SMGs right now. It's going to be Singers and a Sheriff.
Oh my.
So they are feeling the pressure, and they want to try to catch Vision Strikers off guard right here, right now. Couple shots going through. RB chunked out to 83. But, I mean, this guy exists. So, not going to be doing too much.
You start to hear that gunfire, though, so Vision Strikers knows.
Han's gone.
Some aggression is coming. Han down again.
Cannot afford for that to happen. Nade out as they try to make their way here onto the C site. Glow is going to be lurking behind at long. Jinbungi with a very nice shot. Does find King. Oh, man, he's ready for it. Great omens think alike, and he completely shuts him down. XPP playing way too close up to Zest for him to be able to get the aim lined up. Does fall, and suddenly it's just RB, and this force buy from WGS seems to have paid off. Then again,
it is RB.
It is RB.
Oh,
what? Showstopper not going to get the kill. RB moving forward. He knows exactly where Jinbungi is at. Shots coming in though. Hashira has the wraparound, and while it is a bit more costly than WGS would like, they do get the forced victory.
Yeah, I mean, they also draw out that early showstopper, so you don't have to worry about that for a little bit.
Very true.
Because if he got that kill, that would have turned things right back around. WGS would be down in the dumps with their creds. Their economy would not be anything to look at. But for them to make that work, and they had already let Vision Strikers know, right, as they were trying to push through Garage, what they had bought. They gave them the information, but the two pickoffs from Jinbungi with that Sheriff. The Sheriff doing work today in this matchup overall.
It really is. And this is going to be one of those funny situations where, like, if WGS wins out on this, we get a second rifle round because they'll still have the SMGs, and then Vision Strikers are going to buy. Oh, okay. Han.
I think Han definitely feels a little bit more lost than in the first two maps in terms of where he wants to strike with that Yoru.
Made into the back to try to clear it. Glow falling low, and somehow Hashira does not die. Now the wraparound from Long. Jinbungi gets the kill, and things continue to look very good now for WGS. King from the back of sight. It's a nice shot in. Jinbungi pushing through, finds RB. Now will plant the spike. 2v3 in the attempted retake, and WGS are well aware of exactly where everybody is at on Vision Strikers as he just sprays through the smoke for 4 kills. Huge plays for Jinbungi. 9-6 now. WGS, they keep the ball rolling.
This is looking very promising for WGS. And this is with Han not able to give as much impact as he did in the first two maps, right? Not really throwing Vision Strikers for an entire loop. Seems like Stax has his number, and yet the rest of WGS work off of that. They're not dealing with Stax anymore on whichever site they're striking, and they are able to pull things off, and now they're moving on to those Vandals. They've still got Spectres a little bit. Meanwhile, Vision Strikers, of course, going with the full rifles.
I mean, that was basically Han being AFK, and they still managed to get it. Could have disconnected from that round, and the result would have been the same.
Stax kind of suspecting that someone might have pushed up a little bit here.
Might not be suspecting that he's sitting on top of the stack here at Long. Han, though.
RB's not suspecting it.
Yeah, he is not looking this way at all, but as we say that, Han,
man.
Just uncertain of which way to look.
Han wasn't really looking anywhere where he could have gotten a kill unless... I guess the furthest on the other side of the wall, maybe he would have had an angle, but...
I think he was worried about Stax pushing up from short again, so he was watching that side.
Goodness.
And then this time it's RB just pushing from long, so he just gets punished instantly. But if the last round told us anything, it means that WGS will win this one.
That is the hope that WGS has, is that it didn't seem to matter, as sad as it is to say, for Han. Ooh, a teleport up into heaven.
Yeah, but can they get the rest of the team moved up? Ashira finds RB, just placing him out of short. Stax, however, equalizes, hides behind the box, trying to wait for that to expire. The daze goes away, and Stax manages to come up with another kill, and King will close it out. 10-6, Vision Strikers taking another step towards maintaining their record.
And that should just not have happened in that way whatsoever. They had the 2v1 wraparound as he was forced out off of that daze. They should have been able to trade that at least quicker so you could turn around and take out King as well, but takes too long with the Spectre. King picks up both kills.
Yeah, Han just really awkward positioning there. It's just back and forth from short to long, and then it just isn't angled at all to look down that way.
I almost feel like Han is currently just kind of left alone to do as he wishes. The rest of the team just kind of working off of different set plays because he's not really being cohesive with the rest of the team as we've seen before, right? They had some amazing blindside setups.
Somebody's got to get him on the leash.
Yeah, gets taken down again.
Yeah, he's rabid. He's going crazy. They got to get him under control. Dead again off the bat. You see him just kind of like, leaning on his arm right there. Watching the team play. WGS holding on now by a thread. Rifles are in, but I mean, you can see the economic hurt here. Jin Bung-yi, half armor, no armor for Hashira. Making his way forward. Spot Glow. XPP does manage to find stacks. Seeker's going to be coming through. The nade gets chucked around the corner.
Oh, RB gonna still hang around A, but looking for a potential rotate to B.
Hashira dead.
Oh no.
Showstopper, point blank. Oh, it goes right past him. A major whiff there.
Oh my.
They do manage to spot him out. I'm ready. Dead. Jin Bung-yi gets the Vandal back out, gets the kill, makes it a 2v2. As XPP stops Zest from advancing through the dark cover, and now it all comes down to King with 89 HP to try to bring them one step closer to a forced OT at the very least, if not victory. Spots him on the corner. They press back out. King finds one against both of them! 3 on the round! King, he stopped moving. I think maybe he couldn't believe it himself. The defuse will come in, and Vision Strikers move it 11-6.
What are you playing at, King? Baiting out the trades one by one, and not allowing them to pinch on him at the same time. This guy's movement, his aim, King is really kind of that last stop for Vision Strikers. If everyone falls down, he's the last guard, and he always pulls through. That was insane.
Yeah, I can't believe that he pulled it off, especially after the catastrophic showstopper that we saw there from RB, but he just played it perfectly, just swiveling instantly to get that third kill. Now Vision Strikers, just one more round will lock them in for an OT, and this is a full Sheriff round here for the side of WGS.
We have one Stinger on XPP, but I don't really know what that's going to do for you when the rest of your team is all on Sheriffs as well. WGS desperately needs such a long way.
Is he prepared for the lurk? Well, he kind of was, but unfortunately couldn't line it up. Doesn't even get a shot off onto Glow. Alrighty, pushing the corner. A little bit of a delayed reaction there from RB, and he kicks him through the wall. What an incredible wall bang from I'm Ready. Tries to break open the A site. Now the Seeker is going to be thrown out by Stacks from A. Chasing forward, and the spike's going to be rotated around, but Glow spots out XPP and drops it to the ground. Han back into the game. Does manage to find a kill as Glow gets tagged up. Gets the dink onto Hashira, taking him down to 47 HP.
This is doable. They know that C is open. They know that's where Glow came from. King does pick up I Ready, so they're already on the rotate all the way through attacker's spawn. Han a bit late trying to catch someone.
I was going to say, he's got to go for the mask. He's got to try to spot this out.
Oh my gosh, I don't
Spike
think he's
is
gonna
planted all the way into the back of the site. He's pressing forward, but he's not going to be able to find King. Snaps over here onto the B site. King throws up the cam. Han clears it. They have to be ready for Stacks. Stacks finds one. The rocket not going to connect. Doesn't get the damage. He swaps out the guns. Looks for the kill. He cannot do it. The defuse will be there. And Vision Strikers,
man,
12-6. WGS now need to win 6 straight rounds to take us into overtime. Otherwise, Vision Strikers will walk away victorious.
This is Vision Striker. This is Vision Strikers. Even when you think they're faltering, they've got those key members, and now it's starting to look like, you know, 1 or 2 players really keeping them, you know, from falling any further behind as they try to keep that lead. Now 12-6 match point here, set point, match point for Vision Strikers. And I mean, that was the round where Han came back online. They were making things happen. I mean, I'm ready with that wall bang through, gets the headshot. And Glow getting taken out as well, but they were just a little rushed when they had to defend that site. And most unfortunately, obviously, the Dimensional Drift not really getting any confirmed information was fatal for them.
Cam out spots one. King just, ooh, man, flicking over onto Hashira. Crucial member to lose. Granted, anybody at this point is a crucial member to lose. Doesn't garner any information. Barely offers up any damage onto King.
Yeah, and Vision Strikers, I mean, you see them playing the cubby on C-Long here. They're making sure that they can't be denied out completely from any one site.
Well, scouting. Jin Boogie pushing the corner. This time is ready for it. Finds Zest. It's going to be looking to teleport across into their spawn. Finishes this up, but yeah, okay. Snaps back. So now Glow should be ready for him to be back here in the cubby. He's going to continue to inch up. It seems like this might be a swap over onto the C site, but that's really throwing a wrench in it. 2 members left as Vision Strikers look to put the final nail in the coffin. 2v4. They lines it up. XPP is gone. Jin Boogie manages to find one, but needs to do so much more work. The turn in. Jin Boogie! He finds 4! He needs the ace! Can he actually pull it off? It's just him versus RB. 20 seconds remaining. The spike not yet planted. Has to make it up onto the site. This would be absolutely incredible from him. He scouts it out. He's going to be waiting, running the clock down lower and lower. Listening for any inkling of where RB could be at. Tries to get the shot. He cannot make it happen. RB shuts down his hopes of the clutch, his hopes of the ace, and WGS's hopes of taking down Vision Strikers for being the first ones to defeat them. It does not happen, but damn, do they make them work for it. 13-6 in the final map, 13-11 in both of the previous ones, but Vision Strikers remain undefeated.
Wow, Vision Strikers.